All right. Have you ever considered switching from maybe using a licensed company for your music to using AI? I think I did that about 6 months ago. I'm still paying for a few old licensed companies to license music, and that's great. I'm not trying to take away from artists. I'm just trying to make my workflow flow easier, more efficient, and really, when it comes to the AI, it's more customizable. And that's really what intrigues me. I'm not trying to take away from artists. I am a musician myself, and so I understand these people make their money this way. But we do have an ever-changing landscape of creativity with the introduction of AI. And today we're going to take a look at a new software that reached out to me called musiccreator.ai. And the website is musiccreator.ai, and you can see it here on my screen now. Very similar to a lot of other music creator softwares out there that I'm currently also using. But I've been playing around with this one for the last, I'd say, 2 weeks in preparation for this video to hopefully bring you the most information, best information possible to see if it's a right fit for you. So far for me, just telling you straight up, I love it. I've used it every single day for my projects, for personal projects, client projects, even doing some stuff with my music. And so it's really interesting. I cannot wait to show you all of that. The first thing I want to tell you or show you is sort of their pricing, just to get that out of the way. So they have very competitive pricing. I think, $20 a month for this many credits is pretty darn good, depending on how heavily you're going to use it. You can also do free, a free plan, which gives you a few songs. If you only need a song a month, then just want to play with it. Just get in here and play with it like that. And you're going to get a discount of 30% if you do the yearly subscription on any of those plans. And full disclosure, I get a small commission if you click the link in the description. And so if you want to support me and use this software, once we're done talking about it, I would greatly appreciate you using that link because it helps support the channel and support me as a creator. But without further ado, let's get into the entire software here. And everything's recording. Sorry, one-man band here. Got to make sure everything's doing what it needs to be doing. So whenever you click on dashboard, you're going to be brought to this screen, which gives you a load of different tools and options, which I found very useful. And we're going to go through them sort of one by one. We're not going to use every single one of them, but we'll go ahead and go through them. So I'll list them off and then we'll play with a few of them. The first one is, as you would expect, AI music generator. Then they've got a lyric generator, a vocal remover where you can pull the vocals out of some music if you just need like a karaoke instrumental track, I guess. Stem splitter. If you don't know what stems are, they're basically the individual layers of a song, say the drums, guitar, bass, violin, vocals, that kind of thing. So you can actually split all those apart and then get the tracks individually, which could be good for, let's say you generate a track and you want to put your own guitar. You can take the guitar out of said track and then overdub your own guitar. AI singing voice generator. So that one's pretty interesting, and I started to try it out last night, but I want to talk about it before we go any further on that when we get to that section. Song cover generator. That's exactly what it sounds like. It's like when you hear those, bluegrass versions of Metallica songs. I think that's what that's probably for. Music mastering. Now this one is very intriguing to me, and I am very excited to show you what I did with that one. AI MIDI editor. That one's super cool. Audio to MIDI. That one's also pretty cool. We're going to test that out together. Key and beats per minute finder. Exactly how it sounds. You can find the key of a song or you can find the beats per minute, and I did play with that today. It's really cool. And then BPM tapper. That's sort of the same thing as beats per minute finder. It's just a different method of doing it. So let's start at the top. Okay, this is what most of you are probably going to be using this for, and this is what I use it for 95% of the time. So for me as an independent filmmaker, I have documentary projects, wedding films, podcasts, lots of different projects I'm always working on. And I love AI generated music, number one, because of how good it is now. A couple of years ago, it wasn't that reliable and it did sound kind of robotic, but it's gotten so good that I can use it in professional projects. And on top of that, I can really dial in what I want. I used to spend hours and hours, honestly, looking for music, especially for my documentaries, because I might need 6 to 7 tracks throughout, a short film or a documentary film, where now I can really dial in the sound I want. And then I can use, like, let's say I make a perfect song and it's like, okay, this is the theme of my show. I can take that and then I can build on it and make more music like it. So it's really, really handy. And I'll kind of go through my process. I use this in all AI softwares. I typically do not rely on their AI when it comes to doing text. A lot of these softwares allow you to use it kind of like a ChatGPT, where you can generate lyrics. In fact, here you can see they have an AI lyric generator where I can give it a prompt. I can give it, all the structure and all that good stuff. And I encourage you, don't, try all this out for yourself. This is not gospel. You can do what you want. But for me, I still rely on ChatGPT for all like my text prompting, and then I will transfer that over. So we're going to do that right now. We're going to say, write me a music AI prompt for a heavy metal / bluegrass tune that has some dark minor notes in it and themes. And I'm just doing this on the fly, guys. Okay. Then write me some lyrics about, and I'm spelling stuff wrong all over the place. So let's fix some of that. Okay. Write some lyrics about a young couple driving across country with their pet possum and finding gold in the California desert. And for some reason I cannot spell today. I'm automatically not a great speller. We're just gonna leave it. But anyway, so that I've given it a prompt to give me a prompt, and I've given it a prompt to give me lyrics. Okay. And there's a little hack here. Once it gets done working, I'm gonna show you. If it didn't already do it, it's giving me 2 responses. I'm not going to bother going through the 2. Probably just going to go with number 1, heavy metal bluegrass fusion track with dark minor tonality, fast, aggressive, blah, blah, blah. That's going to work. Okay, here we go. Lyrics. Yeah, this is all going to work. It's also got me some suggestions down at the bottom, but I'm going to ignore those for this demonstration. We're going to copy and paste the prompt. Okay, so inside of musiccreator.ai, you can do just a prompt, which is kind of baseline level. But if you go to On Lyrics, this little tab, you've got your title, your lyrics. Styles is where you're going to put your prompt. So like that's the style I want. And you get a lot of characters there too. 1,000 characters is a lot to describe a song. Here, I'm not going to grab that top part. I'm just going to grab verse 1. And when you put your verses in brackets, I believe that tells it not to turn that into lyrics. So you could also bracket things like long guitar solo, or, and we'll even try that. Outro. We'll delete these lyrics on the outro, and we'll put another bracket. We'll put another bracket that says banjo solo. So we're going to see if it'll do a banjo solo on the way out of the song. And then we'll just type in heavy grass. We'll call it heavy grass. All right, everything looks good. There are some little hashtags and things you can click here, and all that's going to do is add the word to it. So if I go like blues, you see it just added blues. It's not really necessary. You can also add audio. Like I said, if you already have a song that you built and you want to make more tracks like it, stuff inspired by it, you can add the audio there. But for now, we're just going to hit generate, and that costs 2 credits. These go typically pretty fast, and I found that in these softwares, it will generate it, and you'll be able to start listening to it immediately, even if the whole thing's not generated. So if it's got the first 10 seconds generated, it'll allow you to press play, and then you can go on from there. While we're waiting, I'll play some of these. For weddings, I've gotten to where I really like to make custom songs because I started to learn these people. A lot of the people I know, but I started to learn their story, how they met, what's important to them. If they read, custom vows that they wrote, There's all of that data that I can use, and I will make songs that are so specific to my clients that when they watch the video, they're in tears and they go, "Where did you find that song? It sounds like it's about us." And I do have to fess up. I normally do fess up and I say, well, I'll be honest with you. I made it with AI, but I think it was good enough to use and it sounds really good. And I have had no complaints. I've had everybody say, can we get a separate WAV file or MP3 file of that song so that we can actually have it? And of course, I do include that in the deliverables just, because you should do that, right? Be awesome to people. So anyways, let's listen to one of these songs that I did for a wedding right here.
We found our way here, no map, no plan, just two hearts and a slow-built spark. Every mile led us closer, every doubt fell away. Now the lights are coming up, and it feels like our day. So let it roll, let it shine, every wrong, let us ride at this moment.
Sounds pretty good, huh?
It's enough tonight.
It's got like a Rascal Flatts sound to it, and the prompt for that was, kind of a country love song, a little bit upbeat. Here is an old school. I play the blues on guitar, so I'm trying to come up with song ideas and lick ideas even. Here's some blues that I came up with that I thought was pretty good.
My front porch shaking.
That's some dirty guitar right there.
Mama's coffee on the rail.
And as a musician,
a suitcase.
This could be considered cheating, but you could use this to come up with riff ideas, rhythm ideas, song ideas, and then just scrap the lyrics because the music here is so good. Now, I can just write the lyrics and upload them, which I have books and books of lyrics. I could do that, but I just for fun was seeing what it would come up with.
Is that blues road to glory?
Oh, this is like a gospel blues.
Every mile rewrites the story. Ain't the man I used to be.
I'm jealous of this AI guitar player. I'm like, why is it so good? Okay, so we're still generating this over here. This is the first time this has happened. We're going to refresh the page. Maybe that will help. Maybe they're actually done. No, still generating. There must be a lot going on out there in the world of AI. The servers or whatever are kind of being a little slow. But you do get the idea. Something else I will show you real quick. YouTube Music. Let's go to YouTube Music. And this is very interesting. Think of it what you will. Check out this guy, Bobby Calhoun. We're going to listen to a song of Bobby's. So if we play that. It's got a real Tyler Childers sound, Appalachia, bluesy, country sound, that fiddle.
Wind starts humming like a freight train moan.
Let's fast forward a little bit.
Shrimp boats lean in a church bell strain. Every storm's got a name and a face. We just never know which one to chase. There's mud on the porch and salt in the well. Stories we don't care to tell.
Okay, I'm going to stop playing that for a second and talk to you guys. So Bobby Calhoun is actually like an alter ego of my musicianship that I've been using since 2012. And I just threw it in to the music generator we're talking about and created an album with some throwaway lyrics that I had in an old binder. And I say throwaway, I just haven't created the songs yet. And so these are lyrics that I wrote, and then I gave it really detailed prompts on how I wanted everything to sound. And in turn, I created this entire album, and you can listen to it on Spotify, iTunes. It's under my DistroKid, so I own this artist is under my label, technically. It is AI, full AI. Now, like I said, I could strip those lyrics out, and I could put my own voice if I ever wanted to. And this, to me, is the game changer for musicians or even just singers, because like imagine you're like an Amy Winehouse type singer. Like you don't necessarily play an instrument, but you want to create a whole album and you have pipes and you can really sing. You could create your entire album like this, strip the lyrics out, and then add in your own voice later. Let's go back and check on this. But yeah, guys, if you want to go check that out on, I'm just on Apple or YouTube Music, but it's on Apple. It's on everything. And I also did the same thing with this band called Static Monkey. And dude, this band, I find myself listening to these two artists in the car. Like that's a little bit concerning, but I'm a big fan of Queens of the Stone Age too. I just like a lot of different music. But I created this album because I was like, hey, I want to create like something heavy. And like, here's the other thing too. I could literally just cover these two. Like I can play all of this. I can sing all of this. It's not going to sound like me, but like I could go re-record these albums and then delete this. Forget Static Monkey. You know, this is my music, whatever. Something to think about. I know there's going to be a lot of comments out there that are just going to hate the idea of this. And I'm a traditional recording musician. So if you go look up Forrest Proctor on any streaming platform, you're going to find hundreds of songs that I have recorded painstakingly. So, I mean, you know, I'm not like I've done it, but I'm over here advocating for using a little bit of this. So let's listen to one of these Static Monkey songs while we wait for this AI music to generate. Oh my God. Man, this would be so fun to play live.
Glass on a desert dive.
Guys, I used to live in Joshua Tree, California, and this, to me, it epitomizes the sound of that place. Like I can just feel a hot summer day riding through the desert, dusty as hell. Like this is it. Love this part. Dude, like I said, I find myself driving and listening to this album. I wrote the lyrics, by the way. Some of these lyrics are like 15 years old. And they're finally having life, thanks to AI. There's this other one that's got a really catchy chorus. Oh, and I just love that like tremolo, whatever you call it, guitar. It just has like this desert rock feel to it. And I am going to do a separate video on how I made all these. Listen to how this punches. You ready? I love music. I want you to hear the chorus. This is the pre-chorus. You play on repeat like a song I didn't choose. I forget, then you sneak right back into the room. Every breath I take brings me back through the heat. I'm alone in my head, but you're still on repeat. Oh my gosh, guys. That's a song that I wrote about one of my friends who passed away. Because he's still on repeat in my head. Loving. Anyway, you get the idea of that. Let's get back to, I know it's a long video. Guys, this thing's still not generating. Like, this is pretty disappointing. And I'm not redoing this. Like, they're going to see, you guys are going to see the issues I'm having. I want this to be authentic. Now it's not even loading anything. Come on, man. All right, let's move on. We'll come back to this. Let's go down to AI lyric generator. This is basically what I just did in ChatGPT. So I'm going to kind of skip over this. You're welcome to try it out. But like I said, I use ChatGPT for all that. We have vocal remover. It's just like it sounds. I haven't done it yet. I could potentially do it now, but again, the site is having a little bit of an issue. AI stem splitter. We talked about how that works. The thing I really want to show you guys. Okay, this is pretty interesting, but I had some issues with it. So I just want to bring it to the company's attention. So this is where you could put your name. So FP, Forrest Proctor, and you could drop in 10 minutes worth of your voice. Now, I was going to try to use it as a voiceover thing, so I have it right here. Oh, cool. I can create music right now. Or can I? But anyways, you can upload 10 minutes of your voice up to 20 megabytes. The issue I had was 20 megabytes, you can't really get a lot of music like that. Like, at least I couldn't, because I was pulling from a video I had created, a course that I'm working on. I had hours and hours of me talking, so I was like, hey, I'll just go in there and clip little 3-minute sections, and I can only get like 1-minute sections, and then I tried to do 10 of those, and it would only let you do 5 files, so I would only get 5 minutes. And you've got this little bar here that says minimum, good, and max. Like, I wanted to go to max. Like, I wanted to get as much vocal stuff in there as possible because I have 5 hours of my voice, so it shouldn't be hard. But I was only able to do 5 1-minute clips, so I get 5 minutes. A little weird. They could definitely work on this. I don't know if it's a server issue or just a engineering issue. They just need to fix this. But you can pick which, is it male or female, public and private. Probably go private if it's your voice. It did generate my voice over here, but I was also thinking, like, I was going to kind of try to use it as a voiceover tool. So I haven't necessarily used it yet for generating my voice as a song. And we'll make more videos on the software, guys. Like, they're giving me 2,000 credits, so I'm down to like make more videos. This is just the first review. AI song cover generator is exactly how it sounds. So what's cool is what I'm seeing is my voice is already in here programmed. So I could upload one of those songs you just heard, one of the Static Monkey songs, and then in turn, make a cover of it in this voice that I've created, or in somebody else's voice. You can go to library and there's all these voices like Michael Jackson, Justin Bieber, The Weeknd. Don't know how legal this is, but I mean, I'm sure it is, but how long will it be legal? Who knows? We'll see. But that's kind of cool. That doesn't really have like a professional use case for me. It would just be kind of a fun thing to do for fun. You could make like your wife's birthday song with, Taylor Swift or Ed Sheeran or somebody like that. It's cool that it has these artists in there, though. Mastering. Okay, this is something that I really do like because I represent a band, and they just finished an album, self-recorded, really good, really well recorded. But they will tell you, hey, we don't really know how to master this thing. We did the best we could. And so when I saw that they had this mastering tool, I decided to throw one of their songs in here, and we're going to listen to that now. So we're going to listen. You can toggle between mastered and original. We're going to start with original, and I will toggle on and off throughout the song. We're not going to listen to the whole song, but I'll toggle on and off the mastered versus the original so you can hear. Here we go.
A man came up to see me after one of my shows. He told me who he was. He told
here
me
comes the
what
mastered.
he knows. He said, boy, I can make you a country star.
I mean, it's really filling out those frequencies.
So I sat down and listened while I drank my beer.
All right, we're back to the original. You can hear it's still good. It's just not like as thick.
So I told him no, sir, but thank you.
All right, get ready. We're going to switch to the master here in a minute.
I told him I was old-fashioned, and I'll find my own way.
Master.
He said I'll never make it, and I'll regret it one day. I flipped him number one as I tipped my hat.
All right, we're going to stay on master and switch back to original.
Country ass, 'cause I'm a country boy, born and bred. I like to give my tires money, keep my family
There's the original.
fed.
Something I'm also noticing about the original, and I mean, this is nothing against the engineer because he's the drummer. He's just a musician doing his best. Is there's some missing high frequencies in the vocal performance. Sounds very muddy in this original, and listen to when I switch it to the mastered.
My bones and in my blood.
We'll let him sing right here.
If that's the way I have to make it on Music Row by changing who I am, it's a big hell no. There's gotta be a better way than that. Or they can kiss my big old country ass.
You like that? I think that right there is an invaluable tool, to be honest with you. And I've got so much music that I self-recorded, when I was 20 years old, even 16 years old, that I could fill into this or upload into this, and it would probably do wonders for it. So really impressed with the mastering tool, even though I've only done that one track, and I will be using that a lot going forward. Let's go down. Okay, so you got this AI MIDI creator, which I think is pretty cool. Like, so you could plug your MIDI machine in, I guess. I don't have a MIDI controller. I don't do that, but my best friend probably would love this. So you can come in here and do arrangements and things, and that's something I have not seen in other music AI tools. So super cool. Okay, AI audio to MIDI. Another interesting little thing. Haven't used it yet. We might make a whole separate video on that, but that's really cool. You can turn your MIDI music into transcribable MIDI data, I guess. Convert audio file, even your own voice, into a MIDI file in seconds. Okay, we might have to try that out in this video. This is going to be a long video, guys, because we're still waiting for that stuff to generate. But key and BPM finder, so key and beats per minute finder. That's pretty cool. You upload a song. Again, haven't done it. If we can get one of these songs to generate, we will just pull it in and do that. BPN tapper. I thought this was cool. So you can use the space bar and just be like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So between 88 and 90 beats per minute. This is just like a cool little tool that you could use. It's not like, I don't know how accurate it is, but you saw after I let it go for a little bit, it was giving me a range. So then I could go into something like Pro Tools or even GarageBand and set my metronome up and, get what you want. So cool little tool there. Still no generation on the music, which is crazy to me. Let's just download, let's download one of these songs. I will download this. Yeah, that's disappointing, man. Like, I don't know what to say about it because we've been letting it go. Let me refresh one more time. That's a bummer, guys. I'll be honest with you, though. I have not had that issue. So even though we're having that issue, I haven't had it yet. Just sucks that I'm having it when I'm making the video. So it is what it is. Why don't we go into something like, let's see, vocal remover. So I'm going to upload that song that we just had downloaded. Luckily, we already had some music generated, so you got to hear the quality of the music. But this is that wedding song.
So let it roll, let it shine.
That Rascal Flats. Now, because that music ain't generating, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how long it's going to take. It says processing. Let's go back. I want to try something. We're going to go do your own lyrics, okay? Check this out. We're going to copy and paste it again. That's the other thing you got to be a little forgiving, man. Like, the way you got to look at this stuff is you are getting magic. I mean, like, how does this even work? Only God knows, and the engineers. But if I have to deal with a few little things that happen, like my music not generating, like once, this is the first time it's ever happened, I'm okay with it. So we're going to regenerate it, is the point. You see, now we've got 4 things generating. Let's go back to voice remover and see if that has happened. It looks like it has. Okay, look at that, guys. So it gives you all these stems, right? So here's the vocal. We're going to mute the vocal. That's strange, man. Okay, this is a song I had already done. Sorry. But it's a good example. We can look at it. It's a blues song that I had done. And you can see the vocal's going to come in here just a second. Look, I just deleted the guitar. The issue is, you hear how weird that audio is getting when you delete the lyrics?
Feeling I couldn't hold. Lost some years, lost my ground. Found myself lost, not found.
It isolates the vocals pretty darn well.
Met a man.
It does the guitar okay. Let's see what it does with the bass. Whoops. Oh, you can also raise the level. Huh, you can mix a little bit. They're all at 75% right now. Does okay on the bass. Here's the issue with doing this, though, from a audio engineering standpoint, and I am not, but I know enough to be dangerous, is a lot of those frequencies share, a lot of those tracks share frequencies. So some of the frequencies that are in the vocals are also in the guitar. So it's trying to pinpoint those and delete them. The problem is some of those live in the guitar. Some of those live in the drums. The bass and the drums share a lot of frequencies with that kick drum and those toms and the bass. So the more you do this, it gets a little muddy. And that's going to be a good defense for those musicians out there who are like, no, you should just record music because that's just not going to work. So anyways, let's go back. So you got to see at least how that works. Come on, man. Come on. All right. Looks like we got some generated stuff here. Okay, so the 2 we originally did, they're not going for it. But these are done. So there must have just been a glitch in the system at the time that we did it. So, hey, I'm going to give them a pass, man, because this stuff is magic. All right, so this is our heavy grass. Okay, remember? This is our bluegrass with metal. Let's see what happened.
Two kids, one tank, white line humming low. County road rattling everything we own. She's got her boots on the dash, sunburning red. Opossum in a milk crate playing dead. Radio static, preacher losing faith. Maps got coffee stains torn at the edge.
Okay, that's pretty darn good, guys. Like, the lyrics are trash, so I wouldn't rely on AI for your lyrics. Like, maybe generate some lines and then go out, rewrite them. That's my tip, is go rewrite them. But let's go listen to the second one. Then we're gonna check out that banjo solo at the end. I love the way these songs start. Oh my gosh. I'd say they're doing their job. Let's go halfway.
If the devil's got a claim on souls, he can fight us for this desert gold. Yeah, we struck.
Hey, that's some good lyrics. The devil's got a claim on desert souls. He can fight us for this desert gold. All right, let's go. All right, we're going to the end. We're going to see if it did a banjo solo. Here we go.
County road fades into light. A possum laughs at the end of the night.
Okay, it didn't do... I mean, I guess this is a banjo solo, but that's not really what I was going for. Probably use some better prompting. Okay, and one other thing that you guys should probably know about AI music is it doesn't land well. I'm not sure why. Maybe in the prompts I need to start putting like smooth outro, smooth landing or something, but sometimes that one landed okay, but a lot of times it will just land so abruptly. It'll end, like sometimes it'll end in the middle of a note, and it's like, how do I fix that? There's an extender tool inside of Adobe Premiere maybe I could use, but that's just one complaint, or one of my complaints. Don't have a lot of complaints, by the way. I really like AI music. I can get around that. I can fix that. I can work with it, if you will. Yeah, guys, I think that's all we're going to look at for this video because it is super long. But I'm going to make some more videos, and the more I play with this, maybe different sections could have, you know, some of their own videos. But if you are interested, head over to musiccreator.ai. Click the link in the description, actually, and you will be supporting the channel. I always go with the yearly packages on all my stuff because you do get a pretty heavy discount. If you start looking at the numbers, you're going to save like close to, if not over 100. Yeah, you're going to save over $100 that way. But yeah, this is definitely a viable option. It's probably more affordable than some of the other ones out there. So give it a shout, and give me a shout by subscribing to the channel, liking the video, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.